You're listening to an Airwave Media Podcast.
Welcome to From Beneath the Hollywood Sign. If you love old movies, Hollywood history, or the golden age of filmmaking, you've come to the right place. This is the podcast that talks about amazing stories of Tinseltown from another era and fascinating conversations with writer-producer Steve Cubine and actress-writer Nan McNamara.
So, Steve, did Ava Gardner and Howard Hughes have a good relationship?
Well, they did until he dislocated her jaw.
What?
Well, don't worry. She hit him back with an ashtray.
From Beneath the Hollywood Sign is the gin joint for you.
How's this? I'll ask a question.
What question?
Jazz question. Hey, you get it right. We roll.
I know everything there is to know about Miles. Lay it on me.
Recorded in Chicago, Illinois, with your hosts, Ken, Matt, Neil, and Jeff. This is Triviality.
The cream of the crop!
Hello and welcome to Triviality, the game where a lack of seriousness meets a little bit of knowledge. We're going to be doing one of our special bonus Lay It On Me episodes today, which I will be hosting and Ken will be providing the questions for. We're going to be doing it around Arrested Development. And Ken, if you want to let everybody know a little bit about why I may have chose that category.
Yeah, Jeff, I know you have a long history with this program, and I'm happy you asked me to write some questions for it because I enjoy it thoroughly as well. Even the fourth season, which is a little bit less acclaimed, but still thought it was pretty funny, and was happy to make these questions because there's a lot of good trivia in that show. So are you ready?
I am. I'm hoping I don't get shamed today. As a small disclaimer, I've seen the fourth season twice, and I've seen the first three seasons no less than 15 times.
Well, wow. I've gone a little bit lighter on the fourth season, though there are some specific questions to that. It should also be noted that we have Matt here in the studio to comment and criticize where applicable, though he won't be involved in today's game.
I'm mostly here for the shame aspects.
All right, sounds good. So if you're ready.
All right, Ken, I think I'm ready. Lay it on me.
Okay, question 1. Through the fourth season, we see several characters eat a specific dish made of 2 ingredients. I want to know what those 2 ingredients are.
I can't remember. I know it'll come to me eventually, but we're not going to sit here all day.
Do you recall the reference?
No, I don't.
Okay, so he makes Parmesan and mustard. A combination of Parmesan and mustard. And if you saw the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, the first one, not the sequel, he's Will Arnett is in that, and he actually makes a sandwich comprised of Parmesan and mustard, and that as well as an ode to Arrested Development.
It's a deep cut for all the kids watching, apparently.
Deep cut. All right, so next question. What is the instruction written on the Dove bag?
Do not eat.
Do not eat is correct. All right, so now we're 1 for 1, or 1 for 2. Matt, are you scorekeeping here as well?
Yeah, I'm
so we can properly shame him at the end.
1 for 2, got it.
The fact that I missed 1 is a shame enough.
Yeah.
What is the name of Job's boat?
The C word.
The C word is correct. That is the C word.
C-word.
All right. What is the name of the sarcophagus magic trick that Job attempts?
It's not a trick, Ken. It's an illusion.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome. And it is the tomb, Aztec tomb?
The Aztec tomb is correct. It's a little harder now that you're on the mic, huh?
Yeah.
Normally all this stuff would come right to you, but once you're on the mic, all right, this one's a little tricky, so be careful. And it does include through season 4. How many different chicken impressions are represented throughout the entire series?
Well, you have Job's classic, where he's clapping his hands and stomping his feet.
Ka-ki-ka-ki-ka.
That's right. You have Lindsay's, where she holds her hand above her head.
Cha-chi-cha-chi-cha.
Like a rooster, and kicks her legs out. You have Mrs. Bluth. A coodle-doodle-doo, I believe, is hers. Later on, George Bluth, Jeffrey Tambor's character, gets in on the action. So that's
Cuckoo-ca-cha.
Cuckoo-ca-cha. That's 4. Let's see. I don't believe they ever give Buster one. I'm going to guess there are 5 total.
Okay, so there's at least 5, but there are several sneaky ones.
Okay.
All right, so also included is briefly in the Little Britain story arc with Charlize Theron. Michael goes, "Who's the chicken now?" Cluck, 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 before he almost crashes his car after getting cut off by Uncle Trevor. Then Tobias actually, when he's doing the Freebird magic trick with Job, he makes some chicken noises. And then finally in the 4th season, George Michael actually attempts to begin a chicken impression before he's quickly cut off.
So that would make
it's
7.
Seven total. All right, next is the Tobias question. What is Tobias's nanny pseudonym?
Mrs. Featherbottom.
Mrs. Featherbottom is correct.
In the most delicious way.
What is the name of Tobias's book?
The Man Inside Me.
The Man Inside Me is correct. All right. Who burned down the banana stand?
Michael burns down the banana stand
Michael.
in protest to his father George.
And George Michael. So I'm gonna give correct on that one. George Michael and Michael.
Well, Michael kicks it off. So there's a scene where they're on the beach, and Michael's the one who suggests that they burn the banana stand. So that's why it shows Michael.
All right, next question. This is from season 4. What substance does Oscar and the Father Bee colony acclimate to consuming in season 4? Remember, they're hopping the Mexico border to get at the drug of choice.
I know that Oscar is a fan of Afternoon Delight, so I'm going to guess that it's marijuana, but I can't remember.
It's the maca. It's
the
not
maca.
You'll recall the one doctor always says it's not the maca. It's not the maca. All right. Next, what is Lucille referring to when she says musty old claptrap?
She's talking about the cabin in the woods.
Yes, the cabin is correct. Next, what is the name of the screenplay that maybe has reader review and help her with the ending on? It's also the name of said episode.
The Ocean Walker.
The Ocean Walker is correct. What is the name of the adult magazine that Rita's Uncle Trevor enjoys?
Let's see. So it's...
This is Buying Time.
No, I'm not Buying Time. So, strangely enough, I can see the magazine cover in my head. I'm trying to see it. It has yellow text for the writing, if I'm not mistaken. It features a Bobby holding what, if I'm not mistaken, is a cricket bat.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm trying to remember the name. I can't remember if it's like a paddle bottom or something like that. But I'm.
Oh, you're very close.
I'm getting there.
You're
I know.
Very close. All right, your timer's coming to an end here. You're very close though.
I'll go with paddle bottoms.
All right, so close. It's bum paddle.
Bum paddle. That's right.
Lucille 2 suffers from what ailment?
Vertigo.
Correct. What is the name of Lucille's personal detective? Played by Martin Mull.
Yeah, Martin Mull. I can see him right away. Trying to remember. I know I can get to it if I just remember a couple scenes with the personal detective.
It's hard to spot him because he's so good.
Yes, I can very clearly see him like ripping a mustache off to announce his presence. He would be a really terrible detective because he wants you to always know that he's there. Of course, that's the best part of many of the foils in the show is they're really bad at their respected professions, specifically their attorney.
There's a very specific reason I want you to get this wrong. So
that's cruel.
All right, Jeff's got a tap or answer.
I refuse. No, because I'm gonna get it eventually. Hold on.
Last chance.
Fine. If you're gonna put me on the clock, I'll give up.
All right. The correct answer is Jean Parmesan. Matt, do you want to explain why that's so funny?
It's the second Parmesan question you got wrong today.
And also, it's said that the mustard and Parmesan consuming on the show is a inside joke about Martin Mull in that he plays Gene Parmesan, and he played Colonel Mustard in the Clue film as well.
Gotcha.
And finally, this last question. What is the slogan for the Milford School?
Neither seen nor heard.
Yep, I'm going to give you credit. Children should be neither seen nor heard.
Yeah.
All right, so that'll wrap up the Lay It On Me. How do you think that went?
Poorly. I wanted to get every single question right.
Well, not poorly. It looks like you got 10 of 15, Matt?
10 out of 15.
Pretty good. I'd say you're an expert. That's expert level for the level of difficulty on these questions, I would say. Right, Matt?
Yeah, and I appreciate you didn't do too many season 4 because I think that those are a lot harder for a lot of people who didn't see them as much.
Yeah, absolutely. And we hope all the listeners enjoyed it as well. Any Arrested Development fans out there, feel free to email us with your own Arrested Development trivia. Maybe we can throw some more at Jeff at a later date. Anything to add here, Jeff?
No, I guess I can't be too upset. I would like to turn the table, though. I would like to ask you some Arrested Development questions off the top of my head.
All right, let's do it.
Okay. So what legal profession, what legal specialty does Michael claim knowledge in?
Oh, that's maritime law.
That would be maritime law, yes.
It's a very useful profession, maritime law.
Actually, maritime law is much more interesting than you think it is.
It would have to be because I would think it's not very interesting at all. So.
What's the fake name he gives to Julia Louis-Dreyfus when he says he's a maritime lawyer?
Cherith Cute Story.
That's right. So stupid.
So no, the way that works in the dialogue though is he's talking about. She asks what his name is, and he says Cherith, and then she says last name, and he's like, "Well, cute story," and so she takes it as Cherith Cute Story. Right. Yeah, it's a solid show.
It's a quick watch too. The episodes it was for syndication, so they're 24, 25 episodes. You could get through a season real quick.
Well, the first 2 seasons were the only full seasons because they cut season 3 short, which of course, being a really great postmodern show, they're very self-referential. So you have that episode, SOB, Save Our Bluths, where they're literally trying to campaign to not get canceled off of television. And then they did the last, the last 4 episodes in one night. So they just churned and burned through the end of that show. So Save Our Bluths was the last one that they taped, and they actually did a live taping of the end of it while it was on air. And then they played the last few. But that show has a lot of things going for it, in my opinion. At least the original run has really nice symmetry. So, it starts with, that. So Mitch Hurwitz does all of the music for the show, which is really great. That like ukulele. So the music cues are wonderful. And then, it's like, this is Michael Bluth, and they introduce him on the boat. And then it has that same symmetry going out at the end of the series, which very few series wrap so nicely. It has a really nice.
It's nice that they had a chance to do that, and then come back for some more. Yeah, I think that Netflix series was good for what it was, and I'm happy that they're coming back for another because I think it'll be more par for the course for what people were expecting. All right, guys, I think that'll do it for this episode. Thanks, Matt, for scorekeeping, and Jeff, how'd you think that went?
Pretty well. I know they were tougher questions. I'd have liked to have gotten a few more right, but thanks for the lay it on me there. I felt sufficiently challenged.
No problem, and join us next time on Triviality.
You're a chicken.
Cuckoo-ca-cha! Cuckoo-ca-cha!
What are you doing?
Michael and women? A cuckoo-ca-cha! That's what I was just telling him.
Look, I haven't found the right girl. When I do, I will ask her out. Has anyone in this family ever even seen a chicken?
Wait.
I got the perfect name.